No life. Shalom, shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Katam to the brother, Yahweh Shemara Latam to Yahweh Shai to the sisters. We are ISUPK Canada. I'm Officer 500 out of y'all. So we started at 1 West. We ISUPK Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the guidance of Commanding General Yahana. That being said, we are not a religious institution like what you see out there. We are a school here to tell you the truth about the Bible, to tell you that the Black, Latinos, and the Hispanic are the 12 tribes of Israel, to bring them back to the Most High, to show them exactly the laws, our culture, what we're supposed to do, because not doing what we're supposed to do is the reason why we came in captivity. So that being said, we have a good class for you today. We have, you see what's going on in the States. You see what's going on in the state, and with the Dwayne Wade situation. Dwayne Wade has a son. He's changed. His son wants to be called. It was called Zion. It wants to be called Zaya. And Dwayne Wade like agreed to that. He's like not only promoting LGBT but giving him a pass to his son, saying, "Well, it's okay." Qu'est-ce que je viens de dire? We have a student in Montreal, Dylan. For Dylan. Understand? So I'm gonna try to do the classes in French, a little bit in French because he's more fluent in French. Qu'est-ce que je viens de dire? Comme on a vu sur Expliquer Québec, on va parler de Dwayne Wade. Là, qu'est-ce qui arrive, c'est que Dwayne Wade, il y a un fils qui s'appelle Zion, Sion. Sion, c'est notre peuple, c'est notre monde, c'est notre ville. Là, son fils est venu, il a dit, papa, je vais devenir une femme. Je vais me faire appeler Zaya. Dwayne Wade a dit quoi? Oui, c'est correct. C'est correct, c'est correct. Alors, Dwayne Wade, il promote exactement le LGBT. Il promote exactement la perversité. Il promote exactement des affaires que ces affaires-là, ces malpropretés-là.
Il y a beaucoup de CV d'être là aussi. On les reproche tout ça aussi.
Exactement. What the warrior say is like a lot of celebrity. We see that in them. We reproach that. We reproach them because of that, because they, instead of doing the right thing, they're selling out. They're selling out their own family. They're selling out themselves. They're selling out their own people. You understand? So that being said, we're supposed to have a couple warriors on coming. Until they come, we're gonna keep on going. So give me a few seconds there. Si tu as des questions sur le sujet, hein, on va mettre. Si tu as des questions sur le sujet, tu peux demander. Officer Aban told me to break down a verse in class. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 22, verse 3. Exode 22, verset 3. Le 3, juste à côté. 22, 23. Ou tu peux lire en français. Je vais le lire en anglais après.
C'est le
22, verset 3.
Merci.
Yes.
Mais si le soleil est levé, on sera coupable de meurtre envers lui. Et il fera restituer, il fera restitution s'il n'a rien.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Si le soleil est levé, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Ça veut dire comme, I'm gonna read it in English. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he shall make a full restitution if he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. Ça veut dire ça, c'est un monde qui vole. C'est somebody that stole something. And it's saying, if you catch him in the act, si prends voler ça, si tu prends le voleur, tu le prends dans son acte, et le soleil est pas encore couché, tu comprends? Si c'est là qu'il y a. Si le soleil est couché, ça veut dire qu'il a déjà fait son acte, il a déjà fait, he already did it, the theft. Understand? Il a déjà fait son acte. So, alors, qu'est-ce qui arrive? On ne peut pas exactement aller punir. We can't go punish somebody else for his action. You comprends? C'est comme it's like if somebody get caught stealing over here, what they do? They catch him stealing. They're not going to take your cousin. They're not going to take your dad because you stole something, because you committed a crime. They're gonna go get you. Si quelqu'un vole, si quelqu'un fait un crime, ils vont aller te chercher. Ils vont pas aller tuer quelqu'un d'autre à cause de qu'est-ce que tu as fait. C'est comme il a fini de voler. Il a fini de voler, là, après ça, comme le soleil se lève, après ça, le soleil se couche, tu vois, il a fini son action, et après ça, comme on ne peut pas demander à quelqu'un d'autre de payer ça, qu'est-ce qu'il a fait. We can't ask somebody else to pay for what he has done.
Ça veut dire, c'est au lever, le coucher du soleil.
Ça veut dire comme la journée passe, ok? La journée passe, exactement. Exactement. Tu peux pas aller chercher, c'est comme pour dire, comme tu peux pas aller chercher, c'est comme tu peux pas aller chercher quelqu'un d'autre, tu vois? Pour dire, le soleil est levé, tu vois, et aujourd'hui à voler, je vais te punir toi exactement à cause de mon crime. Tu vois, c'est exactement ça. There you go. Bon, let's go on the topic. We're going to talk about Dwayne Wade. First of all, we're going to show you a little video about Dwayne Wade, and let me share my screen. Dwayne Wade and what he said exactly on Hélène DeGeneres. Tu connais Hélène DeGeneres? Dégénéré. C'est like Hélène DeGeneres. On va voir exactement qu'est-ce qu'il a dit. We're going to see. We have a little video for you. There you go. Okay, so like it's about 4 minutes. So like your internet. Non, tu n'as pas. Ça devrait jouer pour toi. Ça l'autre. God damn. So like if with the technical problems, we shouldn't have it in the library, but it's like she said what you are right now, that's what every parent should be, unconditionally loving your child. Qu'est-ce qu'elle a dit? Elle a dit, tu vois exactement, lui il accepte son fils changer de sexe. C'est comme ça exactement tous les parents devraient être. D'aimer ton enfant sans condition. Il veut faire ci, il veut devenir un meurtrier, c'est correct. Il veut devenir un violeur, c'est correct. What I say is like, she's saying, if your son want to be a rapist, a robber, a murderer, just let it slide. Just accept your son. He wants to be a bird. My son wants to be a bird. Going out in a bird costume, it's okay. He wants to be a bird. It's normal. You understand? So we just gotta let him be. She is. You hear this? She is. Elle c'est une lesbienne. That's a lesbian right here. So you see exactly the black man. Instead of coming to the ISUPK and getting the knowledge, getting instruction, who they go to? Mama Massa. You understand? Mama Massa, a lesbian. Exactly. You understand? You say the warrior says she's a big demonic person. You understand? Because she's a lesbian. She's not here to promote the well-being for black people. She's here to promote the destruction of black people. They're allies of the LGBT. So they're allies. So that means if you're an ally of LGBT, si tu es un allié de LGBT, qu'est-ce que ça du mouvement gay? Ça veut dire que tu es gay toi-même, pas vrai? You are gay yourself. You're gay yourself because you are an ally. And she's a lesbian. She's rubbing on carpet as well.
And we take our roles and responsibilities as parents seriously.
They take the roles of parenting very seriously. But your child wants to be a girl. He is a boy. Il prend exactement son rôle exactement de parenter exactement au sérieux, mais ton enfant, elle vit dans la confusion. His child is being in confusion. And you see what the devil say. The devil say, well, what you do is okay. You support your child. You become an example for the other parents. So that's what the devil said. We're gonna see what the Bible says. When the child comes home, it's our job to give the best information that we can, not the truth. He didn't say it's not the truth, not exactly the righteous thing, but what we feel like. In other words, what we feel. Ça, qui veut dire, quand l'enfant vient, il y a des questions. Alors nous, c'est pas de dire la vérité. Il n'y a pas dit de dire la vérité à l'enfant, même si la vérité est crue, mais de dire exactement dans notre qu'est-ce qu'on sent, qu'est-ce qu'on la meilleure qu'on peut, qu'est-ce qu'on feel.
Mais c'est pas correct.
Exactly. It's not.
Like on dit.
Zion, a little boy. Nice name, Zion. Zion is Israel. Zion is our people. Zion, you understand that?
Ils disent ça, ils connaissent aussi
Yes,
même les
yes.
affaires. Ils le disent aussi, majorité des popularités noires, là, en plus, ils sont pas noirs, mais ils sont pas populaires, ils sont pas riches pour rien aussi.
Exact.
Les Blancs ne les laissent pas d'être riches pour rien aussi, c'est parce que beaucoup d'entre eux connaissent ces affaires-là.
Exact.
Et la vérité de nous, mais ils sont pas là pour le dire.
Ils sont devant Dieu. Exactly. What the warrior says is like a lot of these artists, these people, the oppressor doesn't allow them to be in this possession just for the fun of it. A lot of them know who we are. A lot of them know this truth that we speak, and that we are the 12 tribe of Israel, that we are the real Jews. But they will not say this. They want to sell out. They want to keep up with the money. They want to do what they want to do. You understand? They want to be coons. So like for the technical problem, the difficulties with the internet. But before that, we're gonna go to a verse. We're gonna go to Proverbs 22, verse 6. So like Proverbe 22, verset 6, chapitre 22. Proverbe, c'est après les Psaumes. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Tu te souviens, la fille a dit, oh, si l'enfant veut devenir, tu donnes l'enfant un amour inconditionnel, l'enfant veut être ci, veut être ça. Veut être ci, veut être ça. C'est là. Okay. L'enfant veut être ci, veut être ça, alors c'est correct, laisse l'enfant devenir qu'est-ce qu'il veut devenir. Tu vas voir. Tu peux lire?
Quelqu'un.
C'est un Proverbe 22. C'est là. Voilà. L'autre page. 22, verset 6. Your child wants to be whatever, well, it's okay.
Instruire l'enfant selon la voie qu'il doit suivre.
Instruire qui?
Instruire l'enfant.
Non, attends, laisse l'enfant exactement faire qu'est-ce qu'il veut.
Selon la voie qu'il doit suivre. Instruire l'enfant.
Attends, non, c'est pas instruire. Dis à l'enfant, c'est correct. Tu veux devenir un massissi, c'est correct.
Instruire l'enfant.
Voilà, instruire. We have to teach our children the right way. We have to teach our children that this is not good. Where you want to come home, you are Zion, and you want to be called Zion. Well, Zion, and you're not gonna be a Zion. Not under my watch. Not over my dead body. You become Zion. So, not exactly. Tu dois instruire l'enfant exactement de qu'est-ce qu'il doit faire. Mais est-ce que Dwayne Wade, est-ce qu'il est en train d'instruire son enfant? Dwayne Wade, is he teaching his son how to be?
Il a laissé l'oppresseur le faire.
Exactly. Good thing. You understand? He let the oppressor exactly teach the child what to be, what to become. And that's become Isaiah instead of Zion.
C'est ça que ça donne qu'on le fait tout. Les
Exact.
parents qui font ça,
Exact.
la tante noire, il faut qu'eux autres même leur enfant fort parce qu'ils écoutent trop le
Exact.
monde blanc et puis vice.
I'm gonna read it in English. Continue attends. Before let's finish it with the French.
Instruire l'enfant selon la voie qu'il doit suivre.
Instruire l'enfant. Teach the child. I'm gonna read it in English for you to understand the verse. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Train up a child, ça veut dire tu l'entraînes, c'est un entraînement que tu fais. You're training the child. Just like you go in the gym, you're training the child for the future. Continue le reste.
Et quand il sera vieux, il ne s'en détournera pas.
Exactly. Quand il sera vieux, I'm going to read it in English, the rest. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Which means what? Which means teach the children. Il y a un proverbe en français, en créole, qui dit c'est les pieds bois fait pour dresser les pieds bois jeunes. Si le pied bois trop âgé, ou pas dresser, il est accroché. What I say is the proverb in Creole that says it's when the tree is young, if the tree goes out crooked, you got to redress it while it's young. If the tree is already old, you can't put it straight no more. It's gonna grow crooked. That's what the verse means. You understand? Teach the child while he's young. Dwayne Wade is not teaching his child. Dwayne Wade exactly is letting the oppressor teach the child. He's letting the oppressor do the parenting. And that's a evil parenting on top of that. Not the best way he should go. Dwayne Wade should call the ISPK. My child want to become a girl. What should I do? We're gonna give him the laws. We're gonna show him the way. Well, this is not part of our culture. This is why we go in captivity. Why we went in captivity. Why we have so much oppression, because we don't follow our laws. We don't follow what we're supposed to follow. Et la fille, elle le sait aussi. Elle le sait que le plus qu'on va dans le péché, plus d'oppression. You understand? What I say is like the woman that Ellen DeGeneres, she knows, like these people knows who we are. These people know that the more we sin, the more exactly we're gonna be oppressed. The more we're gonna be down. We're not gonna go up. And it's not in their benefit to tell us, well, you're supposed to keep the laws. You're supposed to do this, because they don't want us to be on top. They want us to be down, and they want to rule over us.
Elle fait son travail.
Voilà.
Elle fait son promotion, elle fait promotion de son monde, de son peuple, de son monde de blanc.
Exact. Parce que c'est pas c'est pas exactement dans son bénéfice exactement de nous dire fais les lois, sois pas une pute, sois pas exactement un homosexuel. Pourquoi? Parce que les autres, ils veulent être exactement par-dessus nous. Et ils savent, si nous on suit les lois, if we do the laws, we're gonna become on top of them. That's what it is. So like, yeah. We're gonna keep going with the video. Train up a child the way he should go. Enseigne l'enfant. So like, your internet is bugging over technical difficulties. The oppressor is the damn devil. But this is what it is. Train up the child the way he should go. Don't let the child become like, oh, je vais faire qu'est-ce que je veux, maman. You understand? Like, I'm gonna tell you a short story. Like when I came over in Canada, like in 2005, je suis venu ici en 2005. It was the first time I heard, like, we had like Edomite's neighbor, oppressing neighbor, or one of people living next door. It was the first time I heard a child say, "Fuck you, mama." Un enfant ici en blanc, là, comme il a dit, "Mama, fuck you." Me, I was like, oh, you understand? I just came in the country. I was like, what? No, not in my house, not an Asian child. You understand? Yeah, but they don't train the child. They let the child do whatever they want. And after that, when they get old, fuck you, mama. You understand? The child exactly killed the mother, raped the mother, raped the children. You understand? Because they're not training the child. Us, we teach our child to the minimum we could, like back in the days. We didn't have the laws, on n'avait pas eu les lois, mais au moins on a fait un travail. Nos parents nous ont battus. Tu fais pas ça. You're not gonna do this. You understand? And beat us up for it. So like again, we have technical difficulties. The oppressor is the damn devil. So like again. L'Éternel veut pas jouer. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il dit, c'est que l'enfant est venu chez lui, the child came up to the house, like, well, I want to be called Zion. Her best self. So not his best self, her best self. Because that's parenting, man. That's exactly that's the best parenting like for the oppressor society. You understand?
Puis, bon Dieu dit, puis nous payons, hein, quand même avec moi, ou peu importe qui est là.
Exactly.
Les nous voulons parler à faire, tu mon nom, ou prendre décision, puis nous intimidés par eux-mêmes. Puis nous payons, puis nous intimidés. Regardez, mon sérieux, père.
They're scared of the oppressor. They're scared. What he says is like we should not be scared of the oppressor. We have a child. We're supposed to be able to teach our child and not be scared of the oppressor. Not be scared exactly what the oppressor is gonna say or this or that. We should not be. But these people, no matter how much money they have, they are scared of the oppressor. They're scared of what the oppressor may think. Understand? It's like Shalom, Chris. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. And the signing link doesn't want to work. It seems like I'm having difficulties posting it. You could sign in your name. Sign in your name where you're from, and then we'll take note of it. You understand? Well, they're scared of the oppressor because they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose exactly the money they have. They're gonna lose their house. They're gonna lose exactly what they work for. So like a video. All right. Let's go back to the class. They're gonna lose everything that they work for. They're gonna lose the status. They're gonna have the LGBT community on their behind. So, ils veulent pas que exactement la communauté LGBT vienne. Hey, toi t'es homophobe. You're homophobic. You understand? Ils veulent pas que t'es homophobe. Après ça, tout le monde est contre eux autres. Ils ont peur de ça. That's what the warriors say. They say they're not supposed to be scared, but no matter how much money they have, c'est là.
C'est ça que les autres pays vont reprocher l'Amérique.
C'est là.
Les autres pays de l'Europe, là, c'est ça qu'ils vont reprocher l'Amérique.
Exact.
Avec le président, ils vont dire que l'Amérique, il y a trop de bordel, il y a trop de tout.
Yes, indeed. Exact.
Mais pourtant, c'est les autres mêmes encore. Là.
Exact. What he says, like the countries in Europe, they bash United States because United States has too much evil, too much sexual deviation, sexual loss, and all this nonsense. But it's still the same people. They still do the same thing over there too in Europe. No matter if they want to blame the United States for it or Canada for it, they still do the same thing. You have Amsterdam where weed is legal and you could buy prostitutes in the streets. You understand? They have brothels in Amsterdam. You understand? So c'est la même chose. C'est tout le même peuple. Et c'est comme aussi les faux juifs qui sont en Israël sont des gros pervers.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils font à leurs enfants?
Exact.
Ils pas leurs filles.
Exactly. The fake Jew man is one of the worst. You understand? He goes to Israel, become the worst homosexual, the worst pedophile, and so on. You understand? But we should train our child to be the best, to be exactly following these laws. We should train our child we should show our child to exactly follow the Most High. This is what we should do. You understand? We're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 19. Now you see exactly, we're going to read another story. I'm going to read to you another story about exactly all these things, where these things came from for us as Black people. The homosexuality I'm talking about. But before that, we're going to go exactly to Deutéronome 11, verset 19. Je vais lire en anglais vite. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 19, and ye shall teach them and ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when thou sittest in the house, in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Which means what? Which means teach these laws. You understand? Teach these laws exactly. 11 verset 19. Teach these laws. Teach these laws to your children, no matter when it is, no matter you going before bed, teach them the laws, teach them exactly the sense. They wake up, teach them sense. Wherever you are, teach them sense all the time. And sense is this Bible, sense is these laws, sense is our culture. It's not exactly, I want to be Zaya today. I was Zion. I want to be Zaya. That's not sense. That's confusion. And we should not let our children live in confusion. We should not lie to our children by saying, well, the Santa Claus is going to come and come down in the chimney, and you got to leave milk and cookie on the table so you could receive gift. We should not tell these lies to our children. Even though say these are white lies, whatever, but it's still a lie. We should not tell no lie. You understand? Vas-y en français. Verset 19.
Vous les enseignez?
Mhm.
Vous les enseignerez à vos enfants et vous leur parlerez quand tu seras dans ta maison,
Exact.
quand tu iras en voyage, quand tu te coucheras et quand tu te lèveras.
Exactement. Tu enseigneras ces lois-là exactement à tes enfants. Tu vas enseigner la parole de Dieu à tes enfants.
Tout le temps.
Tout le temps, exactement. Tu vas partir au travail. Souviens-toi des lois. Souviens-toi, tu ne devras pas faire ça. Tu ne devrais pas faire ces soirs. Qui veut dire, on ne va pas toutes les dire les lois de one shot, tu vois. Mais tu l'enseignes à respecter Dieu, à pas être ça. Tu vois exactement le comportement de ton enfant. Fais pas ci, fais pas ça, voilà le pourquoi, voilà le pourquoi. C'est pas notre race, c'est pas notre coutume, c'est pas nous. C'est pas bon. La raison pour laquelle, the reason why you should not be doing such a thing. This is why, and a lot of us grow up with our parents telling us exactly what to do, what to say, how to speak. We end up exactly like anything out there, what we see out there, like raping people, selling drugs, because we didn't have no parents, wars, homosexual, because we didn't have real parents. We have parents like Dwayne Wade that's gonna tell you something. Well, you want to be a she? Okay, you want to be a her? It's okay, go be a her. We're not supposed to do that with our children. We're not supposed to sell out our children. Understand? C'est ça qu'il fait. Il est en train de vendre son propre fils. Il vend son propre fils exactement. Tu veux être ça? Vas-y. We should not do that as a people. You understand?
Il grandit le monde de l'oppression.
Exactly. What he says is like he trusts and he embellishes the word of the oppressor. They bring that to us. Now, before we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, chapitre 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. We're gonna start at verse 4. Écoute. Ouais, écoute, vas-y.
Écoute Israël.
Écoute qui?
Écoute Israël.
Non, écoute les Blancs.
Écoute.
Israël.
Israël.
Voilà. Hear, O Israel. In English, you say, Hear, O Israel. Who's Israel today? Voilà. Qui est Israël aujourd'hui? Est-ce que c'est les Blancs là, Blancs maintenant?
C'est nous autres.
Exactly. It's us. So this is about us. God is talking to us. Hear, O Israel. It's like saying, listen, Negroes, listen, Latinos, listen, Native Indians. Exactly. Listen, Asian. This is to us. We are Israel today. Listen, Haitian. Listen, Benjamite. Listen, Jamaican. Listen, Trinidadian. Listen, St. Lucian. Listen, Brazilian, Panamanian. Listen. Go ahead.
Écoute Israël. L'Éternel, notre Dieu, est le seul éternel.
Non, exactly. Ça veut dire c'est le seul pouvoir qu'on a et c'est le seul pouvoir ultime sur terre.
C'est notre seul et unique Dieu aussi.
Exact. Et tu vois, tu vois ici, ça dit notre Dieu, pas le Dieu de toutes les nations. This is possessive. It's like our God, your God.
Lui-même sait qu'il allait en avoir plusieurs. Lui-même sait qu'eux autres allaient en créer plusieurs. Et il a dit lui-même, bon, peu importe qu'est-ce qui vient nous voir ou qu'est-ce qu'on va aller voir par ignorance parce qu'on ne sait pas là, peu importe qu'est-ce qu'il vient nous voir ou qu'on va aller voir par ignorance qu'on ne sait pas, on doit l'identifier.
Exactly. In the scripture, like discernment, discernment. What he says, like he knew God. It's like God knew there's gonna be other false god or demigod. We could say false god, which so like no demigod but false god, idols, and that's what the other nation worship. You understand? And we need discernment, like Allah c'est un faux Dieu. On a besoin exactement du discernement to exactly see is a false God, is not the real God. Understand? Vas-y.
Tu aimeras
Oui, jusqu'au 8.
Tu aimeras l'Éternel, ton Dieu, de tout ton cœur, de toute ton âme et de toute ta force.
Exactly. You will love God with everything that you have. You understand? Tu aimeras avec tout ça. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? What does that mean?
Voilà, pour moi, ça veut dire il faut que tu sois vrai. Il faut que tu sois vrai et puis il faut que tu connaisses aussi ton affaire. Il faut que tu aimes Dieu, comme qu'il dit, et de toute vérité, là, de tout ton toi-même, de tout ton cœur et de toutes tes vérités. Mais il faut que tu connais la vérité. Il faut que tu connais ton Dieu, la vérité sur ton vrai Dieu, le seul et unique créateur. Parce qu'il n'y en a pas d'autre. Occupez pas les autres nations. Il n'y en a pas d'autres.
What it says, like, to love God with everything you have to exactly have. You have to know the creator, who is your creator. You're not supposed to follow other ones. You're supposed to exactly be real about it. We're going to see. Tiens ça, tu peux mettre ça ici.
Yes.
Ça ici. Va dans 1 Jean. 1 Jean, ça c'est derrière net. Derrière net. Avant Jude et Apocalypse. Sur Apocalypse ou trop loin. 1 Jean, quoi, 1 Jean, chapitre 5. Verset 2.
Nous connaissons que nous aimons les enfants de Dieu.
Vas-y.
Lorsque nous... Attends, je vais commencer.
Ouais.
Nous connaissons que nous aimons les enfants de Dieu. Lorsque nous aimons Dieu et que nous pratiquons ses commandements.
Voilà. Nous faisons quoi? Nous pratiquons ces commandements. Voilà comment tu aimes Dieu. Voilà comment aimer Dieu. Which would say, what I say is that in verse 2, the 5th verse of Deuteronomy 6, say, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. Which means what? You go to 1 John chapter 5 verse 2. Say, but by this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandment. Understand? Not only you love God, but you love his children. How? By keeping his commandment. Voilà. Alors, si quelqu'un te dit j'aime Dieu, c'est juste à dire, est-ce que tu gardes les commandements de Dieu? Non, je ne garde pas. Tu n'aimes pas Dieu. Voilà. Là, c'est exactement ça. Comment qu'on fait? Comment qu'on peut exactement voir les chrétiens comme, oh, moi, j'ai Dieu dans ma vie. I have God with me. I have God in my life. And, I'm married to God. Je suis marié à Dieu. Do you keep the commandments? No, the commandments are done away with.
Puis aussi, il y en a très souvent, tu entends beaucoup de monde te dire Dieu, parler. Dieu en arabe va te dire, comme tu dis, oui, Dieu. Mais sauf que l'arabe, quand il fait juste dire Dieu, ou peu importe, le blanc va juste dire Dieu, mais il parle même pas du vrai et du seul et unique Dieu. C'est pour ça que là, ils pourront même pas suivre les commandements. Enfin, demande-leur donc, alors c'est quoi ces commandements à lui?
Exact.
Tu vas voir, ils vont même pas te dire les vrais affaires parce
Il y en a
qu'ils commencé ces commandements à lui. Sous cette terre, ils sont supposés, oui, de le prier, de le remercier en sachant le vrai vérité de qui il est, mais ils sont supposés aussi de nous respecter. Et de tout ça aussi, c'est là aussi, l'une des premières choses aussi qui sont supposées de faire voir à nous toutes là, que ces gens-là, ils connaissent quand même Dieu. Alors tu vois qu'ils le connaissent, mais qu'ils préfèrent le donner d'eau, qu'ils le connaissent. Tu sais, ils ne préfèrent rien savoir. Parce que nous-mêmes, on est là, ils ne nous respectent même pas.
Exact.
Tu sais, ils ne nous disent rien, ils ne nous respectent même pas, puis car pourtant, ils sont supposés de le faire.
What the warrior says, like the Arabs know about. He says that the Arabs know about God, and they know there's a deity that over their God, and that they're supposed to respect us. The deities like Allah is not giving them no laws to follow. And if we ask them what are the laws of your God, you saying you know God. What are the laws of your God? They won't be able to tell us laws. They won't be able to show us exactly the laws of Allah. You understand? So this is exactly what he said, but so like yeah. So this is what it is. So like yeah. Just give me a few seconds. Don't know. Understand? But you see there, the real loving God, aimer Dieu, est quoi? Faire ses commandements, is doing his laws. Is doing his law. You can say you love God without doing the commandments. I'm gonna read it in English. Verse 2, by this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandment. For this is the love of God. Suis en français. For this is verset 3. For this is the love of God. We keep his commandment, and his commandments are not grievous. Understand? This is how you show that you love God. You keep the laws of God. Tu gardes les commandements. Et les commandements sont pas pénibles, sont faciles à faire. They're not grievous. They're easy to do. Not eat pork, not eat shrimp, not eat crab. It's easy to do. It's something easy. I'm not gonna eat it. Understand? Not committing adultery. It's easy to do. Exactly. Et voilà. Being homosexual is easy. I'm not gonna become homosexual. But these people in homosexual, they have a strong demon on them. It's like it takes like discipline and the will, because you see how gays go. Tu vois les Massissi, comment ils ont comme un autre esprit sur eux autres, comme. You understand? So this is a strong demon that's on him, and this is a strong demon that's on Dwayne Wade and his son. To say, Daddy, I don't want to be called Zion. Je vais pas me faire appeler Zion. Je vais me faire appeler. I want to be called Zaya. It takes a strong demon, and we're gonna see in the story something that relates to it. So understand? Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 20. Je vais suivre en français parce que je vais aller un peu plus en anglais parce qu'il y a du monde qui ne comprenne pas quand on parle tout le français. I'm going to read it in English. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. Which means you got to do the laws. You got to do the laws of God. You got to do the laws of the Most High. So like verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. Verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. So avec diligence, with diligence, you show them to your children. Not say, well, it's okay. Well, you know what he did? Like we didn't see the rest of the video. What he did, he started calling like friends. He started calling other people like, my son. Do not refer to my son as he. Now it's a her. Il a appelé du monde. Il a dit, mon fils doit pas se faire appeler par il. Maintenant, il doit se faire appeler par elle. Okay. C'est ça que Dwayne Wade a fait. So, it's really disgusting. Like even call his friend, call his people, be like, my son will be a her instead of he. And I would love you to respect that. We're not gonna respect it in the eyes of the beginning. Your son is a he, Dwayne Wade. If you didn't know, he was born a man, a little boy. He's gonna be a little boy. No matter the sex change, no matter what you say, he's still a boy. And no matter that child, you understand, no matter how much confusion that child has received, or if he has been raped or molested, but he's still a he. Verse 7, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as a frontlet between thy eyes. Qui veut dire quoi? Le verset 8, qui veut dire quoi? Qui veut dire, you're gonna do these laws. When they say that we sign on your hands, what do you do with your hands? You do things. You touch things with your hand. You understand? You build with your hand. That means you got to do the laws. You understand? You will have them in front of your eyes. It's in your brain. What's in between your eyes? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a devant tes yeux? C'est ton cerveau. C'est ton cerveau. Ça veut dire they will be in your mind. You will always keep on thinking about them, take them, do them, and put them in your brain. You understand? That's what it means. You understand? We're gonna go to, okay, before that I have something I want to share. I'm gonna read for you. We're gonna see exactly what Dwayne Wade is promoting. Like when you say he's promoting, he's a big ally of LGBT, we're gonna see exactly what is he promoting, qu'est-ce qu'il promote. Understand? So like, yeah, I'm gonna read something, right, brother. Je vais lire quelque chose ici, un petit article. It's called buck breaking. Okay. Let me share my stream. Like this, you could see. Share screen. Parce qu'il faut que je fasse plus en anglais. Pour te dire comme, on va aller regarder une affaire qui s'appelle bug breaking. Va sur Google, tu devrais avoir Internet. Va sur Google, mais bug breaking. B-U-C-K, breaking. Espace B-R-E-A-K-I-N-G. Bug, B-U-C-K. Breaking, B-R-E-A-K. Non, space. B-R-E-A-K-I-N-G.
Okay, bug breaking.
Now we're gonna read what bug breaking. Bug breaking, what does it mean? Yeah, c'est là. Est-ce que tu es capable de changer attends que ça load. Après ça, tu as les 3 points. On va sur les 3 points. Après ça, ça se peut que tu peux le. Je sais pas. Attends, regarde pour voir si tu es capable de traduire la page en français, comme ça tu peux suivre. Tu devrais comprendre, tu vas être capable de comprendre. Now you see this image. Now I'm sharing the screen. You see this image. This is slavery. This is what was done in slavery. Tu vois l'image. L'image qui t'ont donné. Tu vois l'image? This is exactly an image. So like,
Okay.
Damn. This is the image of a slave about to rape a child, a man during slavery. So like, this is what Dwayne Wade is promoting. This is where that culture came from. It's not our culture. So like, the pages. Okay, there you go.
The black agenda.
So like, I'm having difficulties with the page. There you go. Now you see the image. What's going on? You see a black man naked. The oppressor about to unzip, take off his pants, and what he's gonna do? Rape the man in front of everybody watching. This is what was done to us in slavery, man. Today, Dwayne Wade, you know what Dwayne Wade says? My son wants to be like the oppressor. It's okay. My son wants to be that man, be a woman instead of a man. This is the side effect of it, man. This is what was done to us in slavery, man. For today, for Dwayne Wade, be like to say like to my son, it's okay for my son to be a woman. This is what was done to us, man. You understand? This is not our culture, man. This is the culture, the culture of the oppressor, man. You understand? We're gonna read bug breaking. This form of sexual abuse was very popular in the Caribbean, and it involved white supremacists and slave owners as well as merchants. Like, yeah.
On va imaginer ça, moi, LGBT, L pour latino, B pour black, G pour gay, puis T pour transgenre.
Non, ça c'est toutes les autres massifs. This form of sexual abuse was very popular in the Caribbean, and it involves white supremacists and slave owners as well as merchants raping a male slave in front of the public to embarrass him, and make him feel less of a man. Qui veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire comme c'est ça qui nous faisait exactement pour nous faire sentir qu'on n'est pas homme devant nos femmes, devant nos mères, devant nos enfants. Il prenait l'esclave, il le violait. This is not a culture, man. Homosexuality is not a culture. This is where the culture of these people. The culture. That's why that she-devil was like, well, you're a good parent. You're a good parent. You allow your son to be gay. You allow your son to want to have a sex change. You're a good parent because this is their culture. This is not our culture. Understand? You want to You break it, you breaking that young buck, it's okay. You breaking that young buck, it's okay. Buck breaking became very, very popular when slave rebellion had increased, which means what? When the slave wanted to be free, what did they do? They start raping them. You understand? Quand les esclaves voulaient exactement être buck breaking became very popular when slave rebellion had increased. Là, ça devenait exactement la norme, la coutume, exactement de l'opposé. Oh, they want to escape. They want to escape. Rape that guy. Rape him. Enslaved men were first stripped naked and flogged in front of a crowd, after which they were raped by white men to serve as a warning to other slaves. First, they beat them up. They whipped the slave. They whipped the skin off his back. They whipped him, and after that, in front of everybody, they raped the slave. You understand? Now imagine what type of cruel being, what type of cruelty, what type of demons you have to have inside of you to be able to rape another man in front of other people. You understand? But today you have Dwayne Wade that say, my son wants to be gay, he wants to be the receiving end of another man. It's okay. Let him be the girl. But our parents, our forefathers suffered through that, man. You understand? Our forefathers suffered through that. And this was done not only in the Caribbean, this was done in the South, this was done in the South America. So this was done to us by these oppressors everywhere we were slaves. Even the native went through this. You understand? It wasn't only us. We're gonna keep reading. So like my pages. On several to have sex with each other in front of other family, or were raped in front of their sons. So tu comprends? Il veut dire, I'm gonna translate it for the warrior. In certain occasions, dans certaines occasions, il y avait des hommes avec des familles. Il fallait qu'ils couchent avec leur famille, leurs enfants. Il fallait qu'ils couchent avec leur mère. Couche avec with each other in front. Were forced to have sex with each other in front of their families, or were raped in front of their sons. Et s'ils voulaient pas, if they didn't want, they would rape the man. You have to have sex with your daughter. No, I don't want. So I'm not gonna do it. They will rape that man. This is, you understand? And sometimes they used to make slave rape it slave. You understand? They used to take a big black slave and make him rape another one. This is the cruelty that we went through. But now they're gonna tell you what? Forget about it. Now it's okay for your son to be a her. Now tu peux appeler ton fils elle. You could call your son her. But this is the work that have been done to us, on us by the oppressor. Word, you voulais dire? Okay. Many enslaved men who were gone through the process of buck breaking killed themselves afterward. A lot of them have to kill yourself. You don't feel exactly like a man. You want to keep your masculinity. You want to be a man. And this is what our forefathers knew. They wanted to be men. They wanted to, they knew they were men. They didn't want to be treated like a woman, be like, I'm a hermit right now, I'm going to put a dress on. They didn't want to be that. They knew their role, their position in the family. And what did the oppressor do? Kill that from us. What did the oppressor do? Put LGBT in our community. Now you have Dwayne Wade exactly promoting the agenda, and not only by himself, he put his son exactly in it. He allowed his son become exactly a voice. And in the rest of the video, you could watch the rest of the video. Dwayne Wade referred to his son as a leader. C'est ça que Dwayne Wade a dit. Il a dit que mon fils est un leader pour exactement la communauté LGBT.
Noir, surtout.
Exactly. Voilà. Black LGBT community. He becomes a leader. Now the little guy wants to be a homosexual. It's okay. Yes, you're a leader. You could become homosexual now. You understand?
Il pense qu'il peut voir dans le futur, il peut voir l'avenir. Oui, c'est vrai, il connaît l'avenir grâce à ses oppresseurs, grâce à ses blancs. Mais l'avenir qu'il pense projeter pour ses enfants, sa famille ou son peuple, il le sait, tu sais, c'est quoi? Oui, il le sait parce qu'il sait que c'est l'équipement, c'est des affaires de gay et tout. Mais sinon, à part ça, là, il sait où est-ce qu'il va s'en aller, tout ça.
Exactly. he see exactly the promotion of the oppressors doing. The oppressor like, yo, this is an alternative lifestyle. You could do whatever you want, do it. But he doesn't know what the future holds for his son because he allowed his son do such a thing. He doesn't know what type of future he is in store for him because he pushing the doctrine on his son. He's allowing his son to become exactly what is against God.
Il pense connaître. Il fait ça pour l'argent. Pour son fils aussi, déjà, il prépare tout ça pour l'argent. Il pense connaître et tout.
He's doing all this for money.
Mais sauf que la vraie vérité, le blanc le savent.
Exactly.
Tu dis que Dieu, là, tu te quittes, Dieu existe, tout ça. Le blanc ne le dira jamais à lui. Mais lui, il le sait, lui, il donne de la vérité avec Dieu et tout. Et s'il s'attendait à qu'est-ce que Dieu va frapper sur lui et sa famille, puis son fils, s'il s'attendait à ça, qu'est-ce qu'il allait faire aussi? Les autres, le blanc, ils le savent. Mais eux, ils s'en lavent les mains.
What it says, like, the oppressor knows exactly that by being homosexual, that God has a judgment in store for Dwayne Wade and his son. The oppressor knows exactly that God is going to destroy his family. God is going to put, if he doesn't repent, of course, God is going to put exactly plagues on him or judgment on him, to say judgment on him for breaking his laws. The oppressor knows this, but they're not gonna tell it to Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade seems not to understand or doesn't care because for the money. He wants to sell out. You understand? But while he allowed his son to become exactly that, our forefather killed themselves because they didn't want to be treated as a woman. They didn't want to be penetrated like a woman. But his son, he tell his son, it's okay, go ahead, do your thing. Afterwards, or run away and never return. Some of them even run away. Tu finis de faire violer, tu sais qu'est-ce qui arrive, tu te sauves parce que le monde, the people that's next to you, they're not gonna watch you exactly like the same. Tu viens de te faire violer devant tout le monde, là ils vont te regarder comme, man, on peut pas compter sur, we can count on you for a revolution. We can eat bug breaking either on ships or on plantation was a way of utterly embarrassing the men and showing dominance. C'est pour nous dominer. They wanted to show dominance on us. So what do? They rape us. You understand?
Parce qu'ils savent qu'ils connaissent. C'est nous qui a oublié de qui connaît.
Exactly. Then what you say? They know exactly who we are. You understand? They know who we are, so they did all this nonsense to us because they know who we are. But us, we forgot exactly where we come from. We forgot exactly we are the children of God, and by that work, par ce travail-là, by that work, we came to forget who we are because for a people, for a nation to forget who they are, imagine the type of oppression that they did. Tu vas voir? Pour quelqu'un, pour une race au complète d'oublier qui sont, imagine-toi le type d'oppression qu'on a enduré. Tu vas voir? Voilà. On va aller dans Lévitique, chapitre 26, verset 11. We're going to go to Leviticus. Well, you see exactly that this is the oppressor's way of living. This is the oppressive way of living. And I'm going to read another thing right quick before we go to Leviticus. Levitique 26, 11. Garde sur le verset. I'm going to read something right quick for you.
26, 11.
Yes. But before I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this right quick. I'm just waiting for it to load.
26, 11.
While it's loading, we're going to go with the verse.
J'établirai ma demeure.
Lévitique 26, 11, verset 11.
J'établirai ma demeure au milieu de vous.
C'est ça. Oh, Salakia. Not Leviticus 26. Salakia. Leviticus 18. Salakia. Okay. I'm going to read something to you right quick. It's right here. Levitique 18, 22. Salakia. Mais avant ça, je vais lire ça exactement pour la classe. This is about the same subject in bug breaking. This is another site. I'm gonna read something for you. Although Haiti may be an open country, homosexuality is severed from est severely frowned upon. Ça veut dire, même si Haïti est un pays ouvert, Haiti is open country, everybody coming in Haiti, we welcome a lot of things. But homosexuality, like when I was in Haiti, when you were in Haiti, what happened? You were gay, you were like outside of the community. We didn't accept no, just like the Jamaican, the Benjamite, we didn't accept no no strange homosexual behavior. Today is different. Today we have the last president Michel Martelly, who is a known gay guy who did a carnival wearing a skirt with nothing underneath and showing his ass in the public. That was the old Michel Martelly, the old Haitian president. He did all that. You understand? Now it's open in Haiti, but back in the days, you couldn't be homosexual and be Haitian. In certain places, they would have killed you if it comes to worse. The punishment for being or committing gay or homosexual act resulting in beating, banishment from family, and more. Exactly, they beat you up. You're not part of the family no more, and in certain cases, they killed you. Like back in the day, it was like that. This thought for homosexuality derived from early days of slavery, in which homosexual slave owners would force themselves on the man. Understand? Now, yeah, it is exactly they're saying like the owners, the slave owner were homosexuals themselves. Understand? Like les maîtres esclaves étaient des homosexuels eux-mêmes. You understand? These things happen in South America and Brazil as well. These things happen in Mexico. These things happen exactly in North America with the Native Indian. Afterwards, the slave owners will cut or rip a hole in the pants of the male slave who were slept with to let other homosexual owners know that their slave have been broken in. Bundashiri. We have a word we say in Haiti, bundashiri. Bundashiri. It means that you have holes in your pants. You understand? You have holes in your pants. But while we have that bundashiri, we don't even know where it comes from. This is where it comes from. Bundashiri. Pourquoi? Why? Because les maîtres esclaves homosexuels, après nous avoir violés, ils faisaient un trou dans nos pantalons. Voilà. Là, avec ce trou-là, tu marches. Après ça, les autres maîtres esclaves vont dire, ah, ok, lui, il s'est fait pénétrer. You understand? Son bundashiri. We call it's bundashiri because we say bundashiri in Creole, but we don't even know where the term bundashiri come from. But this is where it comes from. When the slave owners will rape the slave, exactly like you say, they ripped a hole in the pants to let all the slave owners, homosexual slave owners, know that we raped him. He already been raped. I'm gonna read it. Afterwards, the slave owners will cut or rip a hole in the pants of the male slave who were slept with to let other homosexual owners know that their slave have been broken in. Broken in, which means you pénétré. Souvent, t'as brisé comme you broken in the house. T'as défoncé la maison. You broken, ça veut dire cet esclave a été défoncé. This slave has been broken in. You see the term that they use? You see the term that they use for all people, all suffering? He has been broken in. You understand? This is what they did to slaves. This was a process known as buck breaking because gay slave owners knew that this will make slave less of a man amongst other slaves. That will make exactly a slave. You've been raped by master. You've been raped exactly. So you know what? We're not gonna listen to you. You're not a man anymore. You've been raped in front of your wife. Now your wife, what happened? Your wife doesn't respect you no more. Your wife doesn't see you as a leader no more. You understand? Some parts of Haiti as safe haven for those who are homosexual and keep their identity safe from others who wish to cause them harm. Là, aujourd'hui, il y a des places pour les homosexuels en Haïti. Là, ils peuvent faire leurs affaires, whatever. You understand? But back in the days, we didn't accept no bundashiri, we could say. You understand? We didn't accept it. And when we read it, what we read before, they used to flee. They used to run away. Why? Because exactly they didn't want people to look at them exactly like this. They didn't want people exactly to be like, well, he's a bundashiri. He's not gonna really fight. You've been crushed. Your soul has been taken away from you. You understand? Your soul has been taken away. You were a man, a black man, in slavery, you understand? You want to fight for your people, you want to fight for freedom. What happened? You get raped in front of everybody. And you know how our people are. Sometimes they will be the laughing stock because of that. Regarde qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait. Imagine the trauma that does to people. Imagine the little kid that was there, the little black kid watching a big black man being raped. What does that do to that child? You understand? Qu'est-ce que ça fait exactement à un enfant qui est là, un petit enfant noir en train de voir un gros noir se faire violer? The fear that's going to become, then he's not going to want to become a warrior. He's not going to want to become a soldier. What he's going to want to become? Exactly like Zion. Well, Zion. He's going to be like, well, I'd rather be a Zion in the society, because by being a Zion, I'm not going to be like raped brutally like this. You understand? It's crazy what they've done to us. But this is not our culture. We're going to see our culture, what it is. Lévitique chapitre 18, verset 22. We're going to see suis en français, je vais lire en anglais parce que le monde comprend. On ne parle français, on doit faire plus anglais que possible. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. You understand? It's an abomination. Say, tu coucheras pas. You don't want to sleep with another man like you sleep with a woman. And it's an abomination. It's a disgusting thing. Abomination is disgusting, filthy, dégueulasse, nasty. You understand? C'est quelque chose de nasty, de dégueulasse. So tu feras pas exactement ça là, comme tu vas, tu coucheras pas. Ça, c'est notre culture. This is our culture. You understand? This is our culture. Our culture is not having homosexual in our culture. Our culture is not having exactly batty boy in our culture. Our culture is not letting exactly Zion and Zion, so like a Zion become a Zion. This is not a culture. This is the culture of the oppressor. This is the culture of the devil, of the men that put us in slavery. You understand? Our culture is exactly that. Their culture is raping, homosexuality. Our culture is not that. Our culture is men sleep with a woman, woman sleep with a man. You understand? But today they say, well, a woman could sleep with woman, man could sleep with man. You understand? We're gonna read Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. On va aller vite, parce que là, ça commence à être. 13. If a man also lie with men, tu l'as 20 verse 13, verset 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. You understand? What does that mean? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? En français, ça veut dire que leur sang retombera sur eux autres. Ça veut dire qu'ils vont mourir, leur sang retombera sur eux autres. What is AIDS? Le sida, c'est quoi? C'est une maladie de quoi?
Ouais, c'est de l'abomination.
Ouais, mais le sida, what is AIDS? Le sida, c'est une maladie de quoi? Tu l'as ici, là. Ouais. Le sang retombera sur eux. Mais c'est quoi le sida? C'est une maladie de quoi? Où est-ce que ça pointe le sida quand tu as le sida? Où est-ce qu'il peut le diagnostiquer? Sexuel, mais à travers quoi?
Le blood.
Le sang. Exactly.
Okay.
This is AIDS, right?
Oui,
You become homosexual, well, you're gonna catch AIDS. You catch AIDS.
C'est pas écrit ici.
Exactly. It's in your blood. It's not. I have AIDS. It's in your blood. So your blood, exactly. Le sang retombe sur toi. Your blood exactly is killing yourself, killing you, because exactly of the abomination that you have committed. Because of exactly what you did. Blood. You understand? You sin against yourself in this way. You understand? It's right there. Now this is AIDS in the Bible. You understand? When people are gonna maybe where's AIDS in the Bible? Now it's right here. AIDS is in the Bible. Look. Aujourd'hui, you understand? We're not gonna go chop the person head because he's homosexual. What happened? God bring the AIDS. God bring AIDS, and God will bring other things too. God will bring other diseases on top of that on that person. You understand? On va aller vite là parce que l'heure commence à être avancée. We're going to go fast because of the time. I'm going to go through these precepts.
Oh, c'est un crime.
Ouais.
Si un homme prend la fille, puis la
Oui, la
l'enfant,
mère,
puis la mère comme femme,
quand exact. Là, quand tu vas lire, c'est exactement Lévitique 20, tu vas voir ça, c'est les lois qu'on peut dire, c'est des lois de relations. It's a relationship laws. You understand? Not to sleep with a man, not to sleep with the mother and the daughter, not to sleep exactly with your father, not to sleep with your mother, not to sleep with your auntie. You understand? Ça, c'est les lois de relation. Comment qu'on doit, how we're gonna be in our society, how we're gonna live our culture. This is our culture. It's just like the oppressor. The oppressor sleep with his daughter. You understand? Brothers and brothers having sex together. Us, we don't do that. You understand? Because that's not our culture. Our culture is exactly that. And you see exactly this is the relationship laws. Now, you understand? Sexual, not to know exactly how to live amongst each other. You understand? And we're gonna go to Roman. Yeah. This was the judgment, the laws and the judgment. Exactly, like whores, prostitution. We didn't have no prostitute in our community. You understand? We not, you have a prostitute, you kill not only the prostitute but the man also. That's like because we didn't want that to have like these type of people in our community. We want a community that has none of these nonsense. You understand? That's why the laws were there. You understand? Romains, on va aller dans le livre de Romains, Romans chapter 1, verse 18. C'est là here. We're going to go to verse 26. Romains chapitre 1. Non, Romains c'est... après Acts. Voilà. Chapitre 1, verset 26. Yes, verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection, for even the woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. In French, il say la femme a quitté l'usage naturel. C'est quoi l'usage naturel de la femme?
L'usage naturel.
Ouais. Pourquoi la femme a écrit? Qu'est-ce qu'elle doit?
Attends, on parle
lis le verset, tu vas voir c'est quoi ça va.
Je commence à 26. C'est pourquoi Dieu les a livrés à la passion inflamme, car leurs femmes ont changé l'usage naturel en celui qui est contre nature.
Unnatural, which means it's not meant to. It's not something that they should do. So what is that? What is the use of the woman?
Une femme c'est là pour
have sex with a man. Have sex with a man.
Pour créer.
Exactly. But have sex with a man. You understand? You have sex with a man. But today, what happened? You have a young Aimee, la fille the daughter of the rapper then, Jim Jones, who was a lesbian. You understand? Now she's looking for man. She's been caught with a dildo, with a strap on. So like a strap on, wearing a strap on in the airport. You understand? Thinking she's a man, but this is exactly what the verse is talking about. The woman changed exactly the use of her use, but she goes against nature. God gave them up to that. You understand? God gave them a put exactly because this is in their brain. This is what they want to do. So God exactly, you want to do it? Go ahead, do your nastiness. You understand? You understand? Then you're gonna pay the consequences after. You understand? For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection. For even their women did change the natural use into what that which is against nature. And likewise, also the men living the natural use of the woman, which means what the man. Instead of being a man, a warrior, be like, you know what? I want a woman. I want many women. I want 2, 3, 4, 5 women. I want them all.
The women.
Instead of being like that, you know what they do? We're gonna read it. And likewise also the men living the natural use of the woman, burn in the lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving themselves that recompense of the error which was meet. Understand? They received the what? AIDS. AIDS the recompense of what they done, which is justice, which is right. You understand? The man exactly have sex with another man, you get AIDS. You get AIDS. So like this is the recompense of your action. You wanted to be a homosexual, you get AIDS. Tu vois? Ça, c'est un autre verset qui parle du sida.
C'est quoi les gars? Et c'est quoi?
AIDS, c'est sida. Sida. Tu comprends? Là, exactement, l'homme veut coucher avec un homme. Là, tu prends le sida. Pourquoi? Parce qu'exactement, tu as fait exactement qu'est-ce qui est contre la loi, qui dit qu'un homme ne devrait pas être couché avec un homme.
Ils ont d'autres maladies. Hein.
Yes, of course, they have a lot of other diseases. Like I said,
AIDS, maladies, Dieu met dans leur chair, là, dans leur truc. Et puis après ça, aujourd'hui, on voit souvent ça. Hein. Il y a beaucoup d'hommes massifs qui font les deux côtés là.
Yes.
Mais ils préfèrent aller prendre des femmes puis mener une vie normale avec la femme. Et ils savent qu'ils ont un petit côté, mais beaucoup de blancs là sont comme ça. Alors pourquoi tu penses qu'ils font ça? Proliférer, propager, ils savent, ils s'en foutent de la femme, mais ils vont faire des petits mondes avec elle pareil parce qu'ils vont virer leur petit monde. Ils savent que leur sperme qui sort, leur truc et tout, va faire que le petit monde va se foquer depuis dans le ventre.
Exactly.
Et après, quand le petit monde sort, les autres même vont s'arranger pour que le petit monde.
What the warrior says is say that a lot of relationship we see today, the man is like in the down low, we could say he's homosexual in the down low, but he's gonna be with a woman. He's gonna be with a woman, and a lot of them have AIDS, have diseases. Then after that, they're still with a woman, then they're gonna have sex with another man, then that man gonna have sex with another woman, and this is the laws in the Leviticus 20. This is why we got laws, not to have sex with like a woman that already has a man, not to have sex with men, not to have sex with other you understand, with certain people. Why? Because exactly, une femme qui couche avec un homme, ça appartient à ce, that's his woman. So we should not have sex with that woman. We should leave her be. If a man go have sex with a man and catch AIDS and give to her, then her and her man is gonna have the AIDS, of course. You understand? But you're not gonna have AIDS because you didn't go sleep with that woman. You understand? You're not gonna catch something, see that exactly because you didn't go sleep with that woman. You understand? That's why we have laws, and that helps our communities because we're not gonna have a pandemic in our society. You understand? We're not gonna have something like the coronavirus. You understand? We're not gonna have everybody in our community we're living with AIDS, we're living with SIDA. You understand? But this is why we got the laws. But now you see the AIDS, the SIDA is in the Bible, which is exactly comme ça dit dans le verset 27, la fin du verset 27, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet, that means which was just. It was just for them to have AIDS because why? They had sex with another man. 2 lesbians have AIDS. It's just that they have AIDS. Why? Because they want to rub their carpets together, stick a strap on in one, and after that take it out, stick it in the other. It is meat. It is, when I say it is meat, en anglais c'est meat. En français, dans le dernier mot, c'est quoi? 27, juste la dernière partie.
Le dernier mot?
Yes.
Un flamme?
27, le verset 27.
Oui. Et de même, les hommes, abandonnant l'usage naturel de la femme, se sont enflammés dans leur désir les uns pour les autres, commettant l'homme avec l'homme des choses infâmes, et recevant en eux-mêmes le salaire des mérites que méritait leur égarement.
There you go. You understand? Tawada. So this is the salaire. I mean, the salary of the action. It is what? It is just. It is just that they have AIDS. You see, because of what they done. It's like you steal. It is just you rob somebody. It is just that you repay that person. T'as volé quelque chose de quelqu'un. C'est justice que tu redonnes la chose. You understand? You did this. It's just that you repay. You have the justice after it. You understand? So when you see two homosexual, it is just that God. Shalom says it is just that you receive exactly the salary of your action because of being homosexual. And Dwayne Wade, this is what is working on for his son. You understand? This is what he's teaching his son, being
Right.
homosexual, but well, you catch AIDS, and after that you die.
Ça veut dire que oui, il y a un peu de quoi de homosexuel en lui, quoi.
Qui ça?
Oui.
Oui, of course, of course.
Ou peut-être que des fois, il se dit qu'ils le sont pas, ou peut-être qu'ils le sont pas, mais je pense qu'ils font certaines affaires, peut-être, là.
Of course.
Pour être ce qu'ils sont, pour avoir de l'argent.
What the warrior says, like, so does that mean that Dwayne Wade has some homosexuals in him? Of course he has. If he's letting his son become that, you understand? He is
capable de le teach aussi.
Exactly. You understand? Like father, like son. Like father, like son. And just to en parenthèse, you understand? Quoting Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, his wife, was in a show talking about how eating ass is okay if your man wants to eat your man wants you to eat his ass. So like it's a little explicit, but qui veut dire comme la femme a dit comme si ton homme veut que tu manges ses fesses, so, c'est correct. But that's a gay thing.
Oui.
That's a gay thing. No man wants another woman or man play with your rear end.
On m'a dit parce que quand il black aussi, déjà attendez ça.
Exactly.
Ils sont là-bas quand il y aurait même qui femme.
Exactly. That's gay. That's gay. If it goes that, so yes, Dwayne Wade has some gay in him. You understand? I didn't bring the video out, but Dwayne Wade, I'll post it on my Facebook and on Facebook and whatever. But Dwayne Wade has some homosexuality in him because by letting your son become that, you must have that inside of you. You understand? That's why you're teaching your son. You're not gonna teach your son something that you are not. You're gonna teach your son something that you are. You understand? You the model of the child. You understand? That child didn't go to school and see his friend. Or you understand? Is between gay boys. Well, Papa, I want to become a Zaya today. I want to become a girl. You seen that in this house, and God knows what's going on in this house. You understand? God knows what if he's cross dressing, if he's putting dress on. You understand, in front of that child. So we don't know. But yes, he has some gay in him. You understand? Yes, he definitely has some gay in him. To do this, you gotta get to let your son be gay. You gotta to accept. Il a dit lui-même, we are allies with the LGBT community. On est des alliés avec les LGBT. So to become an ally with the LGBT, you must be gay or having sex with gay people or being bisexual or having sex with transgender. You understand? To be an ally, you are allié. So you gotta be part. You are part of it.
Qui dit on est alliés?
Yeah, yes. Dans le vidéo.
Il parle de lui.
Exact. On est des alliés de LGBT. Moi et ma femme, me and my wife, we are allies of LGBT community. So to see if they are allies, they are part of it. You understand? So yes, he has gay. He said it himself. You understand? He has gay in him. Well, we're gonna go. So now you see exactly like we see exactly like our culture is not being gay. Our culture is being men, warriors of the Bible. Our culture is not being a flaming faggot. So like it's not a culture. Our culture is to be warriors. Like you see the men in the ISPK, this is our culture. You understand? Dwayne Wade is following the culture of the oppressor. He's following the culture of the people that put us in slavery. And this is why he goes to who? Ellen DeGeneres, to exactly listen to what she has to say. You understand? And she promotes him. She is a lesbian herself. Well, you are good parents. You are good parents. Well, you accept your son become whatever he wants. You understand? But the Bible say what? Train up the child in the way which he shall go. So when he grows old, paraphrasing. So when he grows old, he's not gonna go away from that way. You understand? He's gonna follow the way that you taught him since young. You teach your child respect the Most High. You prove it to him. You should do it yourself. When he gets old, he's gonna always think about, well, my daddy said to respect the Most High. My daddy said exactly. This was given to me when I was in the house. Understand? So like it. So like, give me 2 seconds there. You understand? So this is what it is. And I'm gonna read something to you. Like, by not doing these laws, they know exactly that we are we are failing. We're gonna fail. The warrior's gonna read something and I'm gonna translate it. Something important. So like, I'm just gonna show them the book. In this book, Les Noirs du Québec, which means the blacks of Quebec, it shows us the black history during slavery in Canada and everything. He's gonna read a little paragraph in French and I'm gonna translate it. Celui-là, le Noir d'année. He's gonna read the paragraph where he says the damn Negro. There's different in Canada. We have different classification for black people. We had right here, if you could see, le Noir d'année, which means the damn Negro. You understand? Over here we have the black thing, which means the black object, the black thing, the black shows, the noir shows, which means exactly the black thing, which means it's just a furniture, it's just a, you understand, you just a whatever, it's just a thing. There are different classification for us in Canada. Yes, supposed to d'avoir une note. Noir chose. There's the good Negro over here. The good Negro or the good savage. You understand? This is the bon sauvage. They call us savage, but they were the one that's raping us. They were the one that's raping us in front of the children. Exactly. They put a characteristic on us. Le noir. Vas-y, je vais juste traduire. We need to know that because we need to know that they know who we are. They know exactly by not following these laws, we're gonna stay in our position. We're gonna stay exactly in this situation. So it's not beneficial for them to tell us, for Ellen DeGeneres to say to Dwayne Wade, well, you should not let your son become a woman because God is gonna punish you for it, and He's gonna punish your son for it. You should teach your son the way he should go. It's not in the benefits. And we're gonna read it. They know exactly what we're saying. Go ahead.
Selon une croyance dominante,
according to a dominant belief,
les Noirs est condamné par le Créateur.
The black is condemned by the Creator
aux peines éternelles de l'enfer.
In the struggle of hell, eternal hell. So they know exactly that hell is the condition of life, the condition of all life. They know that hell is not under the ground. This is in Canada. You understand? This is a book that talks about black people in Canada. You understand? They know exactly we are condemned by our Creator, we are damned in hell. We are condemned in the hellfire, we could say. You understand? Hell's slavery. They know exactly that hell is a condition and not a place you go. Go ahead.
Il expie le péché commis contre Dieu.
Because of the sins that we committed against God, we are in hell. Go ahead.
Par ses ancêtres, par la vertitude.
By our forefathers. Our forefathers sinned against the Most High, so this is why we in hell. And they're gonna translate it. They're gonna explain that hell. Go ahead.
Elle est son destin.
No, before. Par la quoi? Servitude.
Contre Dieu par ses ancêtres, par la servitude.
Par la servitude, which means slavery. You understand? And the same word that they use over here is the same word that they use in the French Bible to say Egypt, the house of slavery, of servitude. You understand? This is the same word they use in French, in the French Bible. But this here tells you, shows you that they know who we are. They know that we in the situation, we in the slavery because our forefathers sinned against God. And would they sin against God in the Bible? Qui a péché contre Dieu dans la Bible? Pour venir en esclavage dans la Bible. The Israelite. You understand? So they know exactly who we are in Canada. This book, when I seen this, I was shocked. I'm like,
that. La bibliothèque fermera ses portes dans 15 minutes.
Understand?
Si vous souhaitez emprunter les documents, veuillez vous présenter au bord de près.
I was shocked when when I read this. I was like, damn, they know who we are. They know. So also saying that we Israelite is a fact because they say it right there. They're saying what? That because of the sins of a forefather against the Most High, we are condemned to be in hell, eternal hell, and we're gonna expire that time in slavery. So they're telling you not only that, they're telling you that slavery is hell, the condition that we live in is hell, and they're telling you what we in this hell because we sin against our forefather. Our forefathers sin against the Most High. You understand? And who sinned against the Most High? Who had the laws of the Most High? The Israelite. You understand? So they know exactly who we are. What we say is the truth, is 100% the truth. But Dwayne Wade is gonna follow the oppressor. Dwayne Wade is gonna do what the oppressor wants to do, wants him to do. You understand? Not even thinking that he's selling out his child and he's not doing the laws of the Most High. So you know what's gonna happen to his child? Judgment of God. Maybe he's not gonna catch AIDS, but it's gonna be something else. You understand? God is gonna punish that child, and God is gonna punish when Wade for letting that child go in the way he goes. You understand? Because the Bible say if you take somebody, you show somebody the way, and that person get out of the sin, you save a soul from death. You understand? But if that child, if that person, you see the person doing wrong, I send you a text in the WhatsApp. But if that child is doing, if that man is doing that person is doing something wrong, and you don't want it, the blood of that person is in your hands. Ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire si la personne exactement fait quelque chose de mal et tu l'avertis pas, le sang de la personne est dans tes mains. You understand? This is in the Bible. So they know exactly why we're here. They know exactly that being a homosexual is against our culture, and is gonna make the Most High be against us. It's gonna make that we stay oppressed, we stay in captivity, we stay in hell. Dwayne Wade, we have a message to you today. Call out the ISUPK and ask them, what should I do? You understand? What should I do? Should I let my son be homosexual? Should I let my son exactly do what he does? Or shalom, understand? Should I let my son become a gay boy instead of Zion? Or should I teach him the way he should go? Should I teach him exactly, well, you're not gonna become that. You understand? So this is what we're supposed to do. Show up our children, train up a child in the way he should go. You understand? Because they definitely know in Canada who we are. We just read it exactly in the book of the Negroes, and the Negroes of Quebec. So like the Negroes of Quebec, they tell you exactly, we in the condition, we in hell because all forefathers sin. You understand? All forefathers sin, so we stay in hell, and we're gonna serve that time in hell by slavery. You understand? This is what they say in the book. You understand? So they know who we are, and they know that we should follow the Most High, and not following the Most High is only gonna make it go, this slavery, this hell become worse and worse on us. You understand? So Dwayne Wade, call up the ISUPK, ask them for counsel how you should lead your house, because you definitely failing as a father. You failing as a father because you showing your child, you letting your child become part of the LGBT community, and you saying that he's a leader of the LGBT community. You understand? We're not gonna accept no Batiman in the ISUPK, man. We're not gonna accept exactly, you know what I mean, Batty boy. You know what I mean? We're not gonna accept no Bunda Shire, man. Understand? This is not our culture. Our culture is not becoming homosexual. Our culture is become warriors of the Most High. Our culture is become Yasharala, princes of the Most High, man. You understand? That being said, I'm gonna cut the class soon because we in the library right now. We're gonna have to go. Yes, sir. No, read it again. Read it again for the boy who just came. Yes.
C'est là une croyance double.
So like, I'm gonna translate it because exactly this is in the book. This is something important that we have to know. This is in the book Les Noirs du Québec, the Black of Quebec. Understand? This is what they say in it. I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna translate it again. Go ahead.
Les Noirs damnés.
Les Noirs damnés, the damn Negroes. They have different classification for the Noir shows, the black thing, the black slayer, the black savage, the good savage. This is the damn Negro. Go ahead.
Selon une croyance dominante,
According to a dominant belief,
le noir est condamné par le Créateur
the black man is condemned by the Creator,
aux peines éternelles de l'enfer.
Is condemned eternally by the Creator, eternally in hell, in eternal hell. Why? So they're telling you what? Hell is a condition. Hell is not a place. It's a condition of living. Go ahead.
Il expie le péché commis contre Dieu par ses ancêtres, par la servitude.
Because of exactly the sin of their forefathers, God sent them in slavery. God put them in slavery. That's what they're saying. You understand? So this is what they're saying. So that being said, as black people, as Latino, as Native Indian, we got to follow the Most High. Don't be like Dwayne Wade. You understand? Don't be like Dwayne Wade. Teach your children. Train up your child the way you should go, man. Train up your child not to be a homosexual, to be a warrior of the Most High. You understand? And this is what we teach in the ISPK. And we're gonna make all people become warriors. Yasharala, princes of the Most High, man. You understand? That being said, we are the ISPK, Israel School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm Officer 500 Adiyar. Understand? This is Canada class. Like and share, subscribe when ISPK Canada. And the next convocation is gonna be the Purim feast. So like it. And we're gonna celebrate it downtown. So that being said, I'm gonna have to go. I say Israel, shalom.
Shalom, Israel.